everyone, and welcome to another edition of Scary Sword Girl. Well, it's coming on to the middle of November, and this weather, and this is my first time gardening for the fall. It's sort of scary. We had our first freeze almost a couple weeks ago, and it got down into the about 27, 28 degrees, and I was panicking. I did not sleep well because I wanted to know how many of my plants were going to survive, and I wanted to test them out, right? So as you know, that I have this crop house here behind me that I put together. I had some stuff in there, and what I did was put some plastic over it, and I took the plastic off because I don't know what you do in the greenhouse when it's, yeah, when you need sunshine in it. So if you can see, I have it on, hanging up back there because I don't want any rats, and I don't know what might get in it, and I'm scary. Okay, so that's the name, Scary Sword Girl. So anything I can do to keep creepy crawlies out of my garden, off the stuff that I gotta touch, I'm okay. Like, I'm not trying to go outside of my garden and do that. So today I'm going to take you guys on a garden tour, and you would think that I have everything where I want it to be by this time, because I don't know how long fall gardens last. Okay, maybe to snow here. I don't know. I'm in Tennessee, on the west of Tennessee, and this is my first time growing, like I said, and I have zero clue what I'm doing, but obviously it's working because I have so much greenery that I don't even know what to do with the stuff when I'm done, other than give it away, and how quickly I have to give it away, can it, all that stuff. I have been experimenting since this is my first time, and I would call this a great success. Okay, so you may see some things, and half the stuff I have no clue what it is. So if you know, tell me what they are. Because let me tell you, they were the ones my grandson planted, and they were they were labeled when we first planted them. But it rained here for a few days, a couple months ago, and when I came outside, they were sitting in a bunch of water. And I was not thinking when I moved everything, and I just moved it around with no label on each one of the things. So between collards, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts, that's what they are. I have no clue, and I'll let you guys know when I get to those beds where I don't know where they are. So I'm in the process, since I got these planters from Greenstock, I'm realizing my house is shattering my whole area that I normally garden in. So I'm trying to put some things in the sun, but some things just not gonna get the sun. And I have a planter I'm gonna show you guys that really doesn't get the sun, and I want to show you the size of the vegetables in that planter, because they're not growing as big. And it could also be that planter, because those are the 7-inch planters, and they may be small because of that too. But between the sun and the size of the planters, that could be the reason. I'm not sure. So here I'm starting. I think I'm going to put some of my green stalks in my yard, but I have a yard that is declined from my back porch down, and then thinking about putting it out in the middle of the yard just for the summer, just for the winter, since the grass is going to die anyway. But I really don't like doing that to this beautiful yard, and this is not my home. So here we have, I think I think this is purple broccoli. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's in this. Let me see if this has something. Well, that says Georgia collards. See it? I can't believe that's Georgia collards. Okay. That looks so different than something else that I thought was Georgia collards. So, this is saying Georgia collards. This is mustard, which I know what that is. And there's 2 in there. I don't know what this is, and I want to say this is kale. I don't know. Well, all of this is mustards, because I love mustards, and it took a long time for them to get started. So I just threw a whole bunch of them in the ground, And now all of them are sprouted up. So, and they're gonna stunt because it's gonna be warm around here the next few days. These are my bok choy, purple bok choy, and this is some dinosaur kale and more bok choy around there, all around there. This is just some more mustard, and this says cabbage. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Okay, this is my planter where I'm growing all of my garlic, and I realized that garlic is going to take about 6 or 7 months, so I'm going to take this away from here and probably put this back in my greenhouse in a corner, since I won't be able to plant in these for until June. I wish I had known that when I first started, because I would have not. Yeah, I would have put them all in one planter. So my color is not for beauty. It's because of what I have planted in there. Okay. And this is some onions and garlic. But I think this is scallion onions. And I thought I was going to get a bulb. It's not a bulb. Okay. So these are my 2 beds where I put most of the stuff that my grandchildren planted. Some of it was removed because it was overcrowded. Now over here is where I said this is Georgia collards. Now you see this? Something is happening to my collards, but I don't see anything on them. I don't see any bugs on them, but something is happening. I don't know if it's the fertilizer. I think it's the fertilizer, actually. But these are supposed to be Georgia collards. Now, did you notice that look different than these Georgia collards? So totally different. I don't know what this stuff is, you all. I don't know what this is. I thought this was cabbage. I have no clue. I thought this was cabbage. People telling me it's collards. These are some mustard greens, and of course these are onions that I put in there, and you can tell the onion is getting sun. See how big that one is? You guys excuse my hand. I've been outside washing hand all day and I'm putting no lotion on. And these that barely get sun, right? Now here we go again with some more vegetables. I have zero clue what this is. So when I say lost in the garden, I am lost in the garden. But look at the leaf. Look how big that is. It is huge. That is huge. Okay, so they're growing wonderful. This is some onions that I planted. Some of these I removed, thinned them out, and put them other places. I don't know if I need to move these two. And there's some more purple bok choy. And these are other greens. I think this is a collard. This is a type of cabbage. I think like a Chinese cabbage. This is, I don't know. All this other stuff, I don't know. This is so pretty. I have no clue what that is. And I promise you, Google is not telling me. It will say it's a brassica. That's all. This is a bucket of spinach. I may need to take some of that out. This, not spinach, I mean mustard. This is, I don't know. And then I put some spinach around it. Is it going to grow? I have no clue. This, I don't know what that is either. Those 2 bags are empty. Those 2, I want to say are collards. That is onion and dinosaur kale. Mustard seeds. I don't know. I want to say collards too. These are mustards, kale, and kohlrabi. I have a clue what a kohlrabi tastes like. I just saw this on someone's YouTube channel and I got to ordering it. And this is my kohlrabi. And I don't know what size it's supposed to be. I don't know nothing about it. But there it is. I'm sorry. I guess I'll find out. But some of these leaves are going to go with me when I go to Texas for Thanksgiving. Because somebody's going to eat them. Okay? Here I have some more stuff that I transplanted from areas where there was too many. These are lettuce. This is Moorhead collards. That's what that is. That one is labeled. This is a kale. And this is Brussels sprouts. So I'm assuming that's Brussels sprouts, and that's an onion. This is lettuce that made it through the frost, and I'm just letting it see if it's gonna come back. And then I have some garlic buried in here. I didn't even know I did that, but yeah, I'm gonna have to replant that. Now we're going on our tour inside of my handmade crop house. So this is the broccoli that I took the head off already. It was delicioso. And yeah, this one is growing broccoli, and you see it has another broccoli branching off. This one has another broccoli branching off. I don't know much about it. I think this is kale or arugula. I don't know. This is a broccoli. You can't go wrong with broccoli. At least they reveal who they are. This is something that I don't know what it is. This is Lila Lu Sang carrots. Now that carrot is supposed to be purple on the outside. It is beautiful. I have no clue what it tastes like, but it's gonna be beautiful, and I'm looking forward to it. This one is little Jim little Jim lettuce and little finger carrots. So I don't know what this thing is. It's growing everywhere. I never noticed this before, but somebody soil is giving me this weed. Okay, so that's what that is. This is a Morris head collard. Oh, got a name. And this weed, what is that? I haven't cut it because I was like, what is it, before I snatch it up out the ground, but it's about to go. This is some more bok choy, along with some, I think it's the same Lulang purple carrots. Okay, so this is the green stalk that I tell you guys that everything is growing smaller in here. It's growing, but it's growing smaller. It doesn't get a whole lot of sun. And you see the pockets on this one. You see how small the pockets are compared to this one. And you see how big those pockets are. So this is my first green stalk that I got. And you see that big old broccoli sitting up in there. I did not know that was going to work, but it did. And you see this is I think this is lettuce. That's lettuce. You guys, I gotta show you the full picture of these two green. You see them? I think that's freaking amazing for my first time. This is some bronze lettuce. Isn't it beautiful, that I got from Baker's Creek? I grew 95% of my stuff from seed. Seed. That's why I'm so proud of it. It's all from seed. Except for the kohlrabi I bought from a grid. This is sorrel, Sorrel. I have no clue what that is, but it's supposed to be like a lemony thing. You can put it in your salad. Over here is kale that's growing in these. I don't think they're going to be that big because maybe kale need more space. I don't know. Here is some carrots that I have here. These are beans that I got to take out. That's an empty one that I took an okra out of. And I think those other two are collards. And of course you guys know that it's broccoli. That's probably, it's been in here since the summer. So I'm going to take those out too. Probably put some carrots in. And I think that's kale on the end down there. So it's a rutabaga in here somewhere. I don't know what half these plants are either. So some rutabagas in here somewhere. It took forever for me to get some collards to grow, so that's why I got so many collards, because I kept trying. And if you guys know what some of this stuff is, like this thing right here, it says kale. Oh, okay. So there you go. That is my green stalks. And I end up with 6 of those things. All of them are not going to be planted out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tour today. Um, yeah. So this has not been a whole lot of work like the summer garden. It's just when you do all this work and then there's a freeze expected and you don't want to lose all the hard work that you did to a freeze. But thank you guys for taking the time and being a part of me and my garden. Please come back. Don't forget to like, comment, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with others so they can join the channel too. And I will see you next time. You guys be blessed and stay humble.